Girls, what country? I know we all love to travel, even though we probably don't travel as much as we want. But is there one country in the world, and no offense to that country, you would never go?
Can I start?
Yes, absolutely.
I
Mundo.
would never, ever go to North Korea because
Good
I
one.
would be like, remember like that kid, because I would be one of those stupid people who will do something wrong, like unknowingly, and like end up in a jail or some like tortured and whatever. No, I don't want to do that. Never. Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's actually a good one, and they probably won't get offended even because they know.
Right?
What about you, Yul? Yul?
I don't even know what country I wouldn't go, but I think I would not want to go somewhere like Amazon forests because of everything that's in there. It's not a problem of culture. It's not a problem of, things that you can meet with in people stuff, but all those snakes, spiders, and everything that you cannot control like at all. That's a no for me.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes,
Oh yeah,
disease carrying mosquitoes, man.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
there's so much.
Because
There's so much.
you gotta get vaccinated, right? Well, before you go to a certain region, you gotta get vaccinated. If you're
I
going
don't.
to like
Yeah.
Africa, it's certain ones. If you're going to South America,
Yes,
it's certain ones.
but I don't think
Yeah.
the snake that is gonna just eat you whole cares about your vaccinations.
That's true.
It's like
That's true as well.
looks delicious or
Yeah,
whatever.
and vaccinated, I'm not gonna get sick after I eat this thing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So on that
It's
note,
pasteurized.
phosphorus exactly. So on that note, I probably would not go any piece of land, and I don't know even what country it would be where they're cannibals. I know
Oh,
I'm not probably not look very delicious and nutritious, but no, if they're hungry, I don't think they're gonna be choosing. They're gonna just
Yeah, beggars cannot be choosers. But I think that we both will not go to some places near Amazon forests because kind of I think that there probably might be some people that still think that that's chewy thing coming our way, so we're gonna taste it.
we like
but
bones.
but
We like to chew on bones.
Yeah.
but also look, think about it, because like Brazil, right? Brazil is a
Yeah.
huge country. The Amazon is right there, but you don't have to
Mhm.
go to that part. You can just like
Yes.
stay where the civilization is, like enjoy the beaches, enjoy the carnivals, things like that, and you never have to go that way.
Yeah.
So still can kidnap you and
That's
eat it
true.
and eat you.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, we all saw those movies. But why are we talking about it? Because today we decided to talk about traveling because that's what we like to do besides eating so much.
Yeah.
Eating and traveling and eating. And today, this is Queens with Accents, and I'm your host, Natasha.
Nadia.
And Yulia.
And as I said, we're talking about traveling. Yay!
Yes. Oh.
All right.
Travelings. I miss that thing so much.
Remember the times of the Great Disease where no one could travel.
Yeah.
But let me just show you something that I have today. First of all, I have Canada
Oh, you
and
came
I
with me.
have
Ooh.
France. I buy this is like I buy in every country I go or city that is like far away from Miami. I try to buy a magnet and I try to buy a cup. Like what do you
Oh,
get for
magnets.
souvenirs?
You guys, but before we get into that, let me
I
just tell
hate
you
Yes.
one
magnets.
little thing.
Yeah.
Canada, right? Canada.
Yeah.
Canada is not too far from us, considerably, not too far from the US, and I want to travel to Canada for probably one of the most weirdest reasons ever. If you ever ask a person why they want to travel to Canada, they can give you a million reasons, right? To see the Niagara waterfalls from the other side, to see the beautiful, picturesque nature, to see the architecture, this and that, and the other one. Ask Nadia why Nadia wants to go to Canada.
Nadia.
Why do you want to go to Canada?
Because a Korean drama was shot. One of the
Oh
Korean
my.
dramas was shot in Canada. Some of it was shot in Canada. And I want to go there to see that particular place. Because guess what? Canada's closer than Korea, South Korea, I'm talking about, right? So my chances of going to South Korea are a lot slimmer than going to Canada. So I'm like, I need to go to
That's too
Canada
funny.
and I need to
You know
see
what?
the place and make a picture of like me in that place.
You know what? We have this very, very funny.
It's so funny.
Yeah, we have this very funny text in our professional chat. It's a chat for people who work in the film industry, and there was this, cry. I guess the cry for help from a girl that says that they're starting to shoot some movie, I think, or maybe TV series. I don't remember, where K-pop idols are going to be acting, and she was like, please, if someone's gonna work at this project, please call me. I wanna work there too. So yeah, not only you like that,
She's
like to
she's
see those
I'll
people
work
so
for
much. Yeah.
free.
Yes, I can just give you cups of coffee for free for just call me.
It's on my list of traveling for my kids, and tomorrow they're going to actually pop concert. So they're obsessed. Yeah,
Pretty cool.
absolutely obsessed. Yeah, I've been to Canada a few times. One was traveling for a road trip, and we went with my girls to the English part of Canada, where they had the Niagara Falls and all of that. And I flew to Montreal and all of that. So Canada is a good country to travel. Not dangerous.
I've never been actually. Not dangerous, exactly. You know what's
The
funny?
best croissants. The best croissants in Canada.
I just better than French ones.
But you know what?
Yes.
we keep
Actually.
saying that this country is not dangerous for travel. Every country can be dangerous for travel. Do you remember
Yeah.
this? I think it was kind of 2 or 3 movies, Hostel, where people,
Yeah.
silly Americans travel to. I think it was Czech Republic.
I
or
think it's
something
Travel
like this.
Tarantino. We even talked about this movie in one of the episodes. Yeah.
Czech
Republic.
nothing to worry
Czech
about.
Republic, you mean? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Czech Republic, and like nothing to worry about. You just go there to the Europe, and in the center of Europe, a beautiful country, and there's booms, and you've been kidnapped.
Yeah, like in that movie Taken, they were. I think they
Yeah.
were kidnapped in France. But France is notorious for those stuff. Actually, it's a lot of things like
Brazil.
that that's happening. I remember Kim Kardashian's. She actually has a court appearance in their next episode because she was, robbed and almost killed in France. And but I did my research, girls. I looked at the countries. I looked at Russia. I looked at Turkmenistan, and I looked at America for travel advisory. Okay, you will be surprised, I think. So Russia is level 4 for traveling. And if you really don't know, we have 4 levels of travel, and the number 4 is the most dangerous. You never go there because you will be destroyed. On level 4.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
it's just Afghanistan and Somalia, pretty much, in North Korea, for Americans to not go there. And I watch TikToks every day, and there's Americans in Russia raving, oh my God, I'm so happy here. Look at this food.
Not just to travel. They actually move to Russia. They
A lot of move to Russia, and they're so they're crazy. They love it, and they look at this clean, street. They look at this amazing food, and it's level 4 now. Russia obviously doesn't advise people to travel to America as well.
Yeah.
More than that, they say if you are there now, leave immediately. Immediately.
It's for
Turkmenistan.
cute people. Yeah.
Just let me say about Turkmenistan, where Nara is from, and we'll move on. It's level 1 traveling, which is the safest. And Nadia will tell us all about the safety of Turkmenistan.
No, but it's, why it's safe for
safest
tourists?
place.
I'm going to tell you, it's very safe for tourists. Reason being is because the tourist is made to, number 1, pay for the visa. Number 2, pay for the guide. No tourist can come into the country without having a guide. And the guide is there with you all the time. And the guide is only taking you to the places that you're supposed to be taken to, not to the shady places where things can happen, right?
So it means it can't happen. Why is it level 1 though? If you are supposed to go with guide,
because for tourists it's safe. Because
but
the tourist
North Korea
is literally
too.
being The
Yeah,
tourist is
no,
literally being like sheltered and like taken to places, and then they take you back to your hotel. And I think there's a curfew of like 11 p.m. and you're not
mhm.
supposed to leave your hotel room after
Okay, here
11
you go.
p.m.
So if you're without guide and you're just traveling there, you
But
can
you
be in
can't go
danger.
without a
It's not
guide. You
level one.
can't
Yeah,
go. You can't go
yeah.
without a guide.
So it
So
cannot be level
that's
one.
the whole thing. That's number one. But also number two, I don't know. They probably don't. Obviously, they don't. But um, if you look at the statistics as far as like how many visa applications are submitted and how many are actually approved, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because and they only let you come in if they want you to come in. If they consider you to be any kind of a threat or whatever, then you can't come in.
So basically, it's level one because of all of those precautions. But if it was like you can go there anytime and you don't need guide, that would not be a story, right?
I don't
Probably.
think so. Well, again, people are gonna hate on me, like how they hated on me from my other podcast
Oh,
that I did. Like
you
people
poor
are
thing.
literally hating on me, and
I know.
whatever. It is what it is. I
Yeah.
have my
People
own.
will hate on everyone for anything. So
I have my own
It's
point of view,
internet, baby.
and
Yeah.
I can express it, and this is me doing it.
yeah, but yeah, you did it in a safe way, a very safe way. And Turkmenistan is a beautiful country. It has a lot
It
of great
is.
people, a lot of
I
great people. People are
always
great. Food is great. Like
I
nature.
always say Turkmenistan could be the next Arab Emirates. Literally,
If the
because we
yeah.
we have we have the resources, we have the land, we have the historical, things to show people, the tourists. If they only wanted for it to be open like this,
Mm-hmm.
for
Mm-hmm.
tourists, they could have. And everybody could have been making so much money off of it. Look at Arab Emirates. How old is the country? Right?
Yeah.
And literally in the past 20 years, they've built everything and they have made so much money off of it, and they've made businesses upon businesses just on tourism. Basically, they don't even have
Yeah.
to sell their oil and gas anymore. It's just tourists.
They
We
just
could
need a
have
good
done the same
leader.
thing.
Yeah, a good leader like everywhere else. They just need a good leader who can make those decisions. Yeah. And Yulia, I
I have a story.
apologize so
Yeah.
much. I interrupted you.
No, no, nothing. I have a story about this. Coming to Russia. It was it was something about like 10 years ago, maybe even more. Do you remember this forum that we've been literature forum? You and me, Natasha.
Yes,
And
of
there
course, that's where
was
we met.
Yeah, and there was this girl. She was Erica, I think. She was Russian, but she lived in Germany. After like a German Russian or Russian German, I don't remember. And if you remember, she told about her husband that he's a native German, and he was so afraid of coming to Russia with her, and he told her that he will be arrested the moment he will make a step to Russia soil. He will be taken to KGB. And we were laughing so hard, like, come on, can you just Google it? We don't have KGB anymore. You forgetting something. Maybe you thought about Belarus. They have KGB there, but no one's going to arrest you. He was like frustrated and angry with her for even suggesting this thing. So yeah, people can consume a lot of things about countries and just not going there. So maybe Nadia, someday you will brace yourself and go to North Korea, and I will go to see some interesting people in the Amazon forest, because I've heard that North Korea, you can go to places without guide too. So it's kind of like he's going to take your hands and say, don't do anything stupid, Nadia.
You know what?
Uh,
Let's do this. I'm gonna have it like all the way on the bottom of my list. So if I ever make it
Yeah.
to the bottom of my list, which I probably
I have
won't.
47 countries on my list, girls. I don't have enough lifetime to travel. 47 countries. I literally have a
That's
list.
a lot. That's a
That's
lot.
a lot.
But
That's
you
a
can
lot.
do a cruise and you can like knock off a lot of them. Like there's Asian cruises
It's true.
that do,
True.
Japan, Korea, I don't know if Thailand is in there, but anyway, like it's Asian cruise that knocks out like 5 countries at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I included only one country in Africa, only one. So it's
Which one?
basically Tanzania for
Tanzania.
safari.
Okay.
Tanzania, Tasmania. No, Tanzania,
Okay.
that's right. Tanzania,
Okay.
Tasmania, it's in Austria. Always confuse those two islands in the country. They have the best and the safest safaris right now.
Mhm. You want to feed the giraffes?
Yes, I don't know if Jafar maybe will feed on me, but
No, giraffes. Come on, Natalia.
you never know. You never. Maybe they're not cannibal, but human flesh loving giraffes right now. You never
No,
know. They're
giraffes.
mutants. The
Giraffes
mutant
are
giraffes.
vegetarian. They're
And
vegetarian.
imagine you go to Africa and there's a giraffe under his long legs running after you. You never know. You never know.
Well, but you know what? Okay. If you don't make it to Tanzania, you can make it to the zoo. Okay, we got giraffes over here. In the zoo.
I fed giraffes in the zoo. It's not
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
Lions in nature. You want to see lions can definitely have
Lions can
some
eat
nice
you. Yes.
dinner
But you
out
know
of
what?
you.
You know what about Africa? I have a friend. She travels to Zanzibar every
Mhm.
every year
Zanzibar.
for yes, just to have the winter there. She says there's nothing there. It's everything that you want to have, everything that you are, entitled to here in Russia or in Europe or in America. Costs thousands and thousands in Zanzibar, but you can just leave on fruits that you can just grab there, and nothing else. But there's one little trait that women like about Zanzibar. It's Zanzibar man. She's not interested in men, but she's saying
That would be not for me.
women lay on the beaches. Women lay on the beaches, and those Zanzibar men, they come showing themselves, dancing for them, and you can just go, okay, I'm going to take you and you, and just so it's interesting version of traveling.
Can you
First
call
time
it,
in Milan.
Yulia? Can you call it medical tourism?
Why
I
not?
think that, yeah, maybe,
I would
tourism.
yes.
Was it an episode of Oreshka
Yes.
about it? I
I don't
think
know. I
that
haven't seen
I
it.
don't
I
know.
haven't seen it.
Maybe
I-
I don't remember because I was
Vizivleva,
watching it.
Vizivleva. I think she was in some African country and she was like in a pool or a beach and he was giving her this huge guy with muscles and giving her massage and all of that stuff. Maybe that was
Maybe.
that would be not my destination.
Can you remember anything really funny that happened to you during your travelings? Because I remember tons of things that happened to me, and one of the funniest were when I traveled alone when I was in high school, and it was something. It was an experience I'm living for, and I want to continue with those kind of things, but they never. They never happened again. When you remember silly things that happened to you when you were traveling, you didn't know something, you just put yourself in really stupid situations that you couldn't even control, and then you go in somewhere else, and I'm going to repeat it because I want to still feel these things again, and nothing happened. Do you feel like you grown up, or something happened to you, or you just travel safe again?
Never
Your
happened
brain
to me
learned.
really.
Your brain
Uh,
learned.
I think the funniest thing that happened to me, it's when we were traveling to China with a group of girls. It was 4 of us, and maybe it doesn't happen anymore in China because it's like so many tourists come from other countries. But before that, we traveled on a train, and we stopped in a little village, and we're actually in a lot of different villages. But every time we would go outside, and we were obviously us, with light hair and all of that, the people would just surround around us, laughing at us, pointing the fingers at us, and taking picture of us. It was 20 something years ago, and one of our friends, she was a very tall blonde girl, and they were always pointing to her the most. And they were like, ha ha ha, Tayama, Tayama, Tayama. So we didn't know what it meant. And when we found out, it meant big foreign horse. So
That's horrible.
I don't know how it's like, but it's probably the only memory of
No.
weird and awkward situation I have. But we didn't take it seriously, and it was like one of the best experiences of my life, to be honest. in
one
that
of the best
country?
experiences in during travelings, that was when we traveled to Germany. I was in high school and we had two languages that we studied, English and German, and we had this students exchange. We had our headmasters. She was coming with us. She didn't speak any English or any German, but our German teacher, she couldn't make it, so she had to come with us. So we were traveling through the trains. We had to travel through Poland to Czech Republic, to Praga, and then change trains to Germany. First, when we entered Poland, it was a night. I was really, really tired, and I slept through all border control. And people told me I was leaving. I was sleeping on the lower bunch, and everybody told me it was really hilarious. Like border police came to the train and they had to check our passports. They had to check, our baggages and everything. And all of the baggage was under me. I didn't want to wake up. Like they were flashing the light into me. I was like, I was light out. I was dead. And what they had to do, they had to just pick me up, try to see something in our car, in our baggage, and put me down. Like nothing else happened. Okay, so that was first. Then they told us that we had to be really, really, really careful during nights in Poland because they had robbers. We had to close our doors, not with just a little, lousy lock that it has there, but with, a ladder. We were waiting for Polish robbers. Like, we wanted to see them. It's a crime happening right here and now, like online. We wanted to meet him. And they didn't come. And, it was so sad for us. Like, we were waiting for you. We were tired of waiting for you.
The kids
Come
were
guys.
disappointed. There was
Please.
no show.
We were so much disappointed. So we decided to go to sleep. And of course, we did not take the ladder. We did not close our cabin with a ladder. And the next thing we remember, my headmistress, she's waking me up and asking, Yulia, where's your bag? I had this little backpack. I had everything in there all my life, like documents, like money, everything. And I'm like, what? Oh, it's something there. So the robbers did come. We just didn't see them because they opened our door, took the first backpack that they could see, it was mine, and tried to escape with this. And just imagine this: the train woman that works in this particular cart, she went to the bathroom. It was like in a movie because she was wearing this long white nightgown.
Oh my god!
And she saw robbers. Yes, and she saw robbers that he just took my backpack, and she decided, she's this brave woman, this saint of a woman, decided to fight for my backpack. And she actually did it. She saved my backpack, she saved my money, she saved my documents.
She's a hero.
So she's a real hero. So we came to Praga, and we were going around. Our headmistress, she said that she needs to make a phone call. And we, of course, not a problem. We're not going to go anywhere. And I'm like saying, you know what, guys? I know the place where she went. How? No one knows. No one even questioned me. How could I know? Because I've never been in this place. When she actually found us, I don't know, but I think that she wanted to kill me pretty bad. So next stop, we're getting to our train to Germany. It's like 30 seconds till departure. And we were, having to wait on a little bench, and like all entering the train. And she's asking me this stupid question again, Yulia, where's your backpack? I just left it on the bench. Train is starting moving. And she jumped out of the train to get my backpack and jumped back to the freaking train. So I really think that I was her favorite person till the end of this particular trip.
Because kids don't understand the repercussions. They don't understand the consequences. If you
that's why you're a child.
You can't come back home. You can't. You'll be stuck somewhere in immigration jail or whatever. Funny traveling situations. I don't. Did I ever tell you that story in Turkey? Like me and my husband, we lost all of our baggage and everything. No. So we were traveling in Turkey from a smaller city to Istanbul, right? And so we're on this bus, and on this bus, nobody speaks English. All of the announcements are made in Turkish. I don't understand anything, right? I'm even afraid to get off the bus to go pee because I'm afraid they're going to leave me there. We're making a stop right before, and I know we're supposed to get to our destination probably in another like 20 minutes or so, because I'm looking at the map, right? And I'm looking at the thing. It tells me about 20 minutes. And my husband goes, well, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. Let's go get some coffee. And there's a coffee stand right there in front of the bus. And we're like, okay, let's go get some coffee. So we get out, we get the coffee, and like 2 minutes didn't even pass. I swear, 2 minutes. We turn around, and it's like in a movie, it's a ghost town movie. There's no bus. Here's me and my husband, and we don't know what kind of bus it was. We don't know how to call the bus company. We don't know how to get to where we need to get. We have the documents, because the documents I normally carry in my handbag, right? But the luggage, our luggage is on that bus. Everything, like our underwear, everything. My problem is the underwear always. I'm like, what? My underwear left. And so
you don't want to be without underwear, but
we're standing there, we're like running from one person to another. We're asking the coffee guy, we're like, where did the bus go? And he's like, the bus went to the station. So he hails a cab for us. And we go to the cab driver, exactly like in the movies. Follow the bus. But you can't.
Oh my God.
Anymore. You can't see the bus anymore. I'm like, what bus are you gonna follow? So he just basically takes us to the bus stop, and we're running around, and there's this guy unloading our luggage.
Oh my.
And we're like, wait a second. So we run up to him, and he's like, yeah, those are the only bags left. I'm like, yes, because you left us over there. That's why. So apparently it wasn't a rest stop. It wasn't like a rest stop where you can go out and get coffee. It was just a stop for people transferring to other buses before the big bus depot. But we didn't know that. The level of anxiety, when it's 4 o'clock in the morning and you don't know where to call, and your brain is not working well either.
And you're in a different country. You don't know the language.
The language, I'm trying to get a translator, like online translator. My internet is lagging. And thankfully we found our luggage. And then we just literally, on our way back, because we had to take the bus back, we just never left the bus. We were just sitting there in the bus like this.
Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? You were saying like your internet was lagging and you couldn't, make the full translation well. Can you imagine people travel without this thing, without internet, without phone, and they traveled fine? Nothing happened to them.
Remember, people used to buy the little books with like Slovariki to translate, and they would go through pages of like, okay, where?
Yes.
Yeah.
The bus station, right?
I remember two stories. Actually, one story has happened in Italy in France about translation where we got, I tried to, I always assemble things without instruction, like furniture and everything. And I tried to travel like that. And I tried to travel like that in different countries. I'm not saying it's smart or, but it is what it is, not doing it anymore. And so in France, we're trying to find Versailles. And that way. And on the train, we went on the train. I tried to talk to locals who did not speak English. To make long story short, we found the Versailles, but it was like 5 hours late and it was closed. So I'm like, okay, next time I probably will make a plan how to get there without with instructions probably will be better. But talking about the dangerous situation or funny situation, when we went to Italy about 3 years ago, and we rented Airbnb because you want to integrate with locals and see how they live and all of that. So we went for coffee for our first coffee. We're coming back, where we walked all the way to the coffee shop and back, and we're coming back, and there's a huge crowd in front of our Airbnb, hundreds of people probably. There is a tractor, or the one that digs the earth. I don't know what it's even called in Russian.
An excavator?
Probably. And there's they dig a huge hole in front of our Airbnb. And I'm like, what have I done? Like, I mean, immediately thinking about myself, like we came and something happened, because when we left that Airbnb an hour ago, it wasn't like that.
It was fine.
It was fine. No people. We couldn't even get through because it was like so many reporters with camera. It was crazy. And I'm like, we try to figure out what happened. We find one person who spoke English and not Italian, even though I learned Italian, I couldn't communicate on that level. So it turned out the robbers digged a tunnel for years from the there was a store on one side of the road where the Airbnb was. On another side there was a bank. So the robbers dig the tunnel under the ground from the store to the bank, and they were still digging it while we were in our Airbnb, and the ground crashed on them, and they called the police.
They called the police on
Oh my
themselves. They're
gosh.
like, come save us because
Yes,
this
yes,
happened.
yes. They dig them out. So the police and reporters, obviously, people from buildings who lived nearby came to watch the spectacle.
Can you imagine the phone call? Can you imagine phone call? 911, how may I help you? Me and my friends, we were trying to rob a bank, but now we're stuck underneath the ground. Can you guys come get us? Like, can you imagine?
Con le miei amici, that's all I can say in Italian, with my friends. But yeah, we watched the whole thing, and we watched them being taken out from under the ground on the stretchers and everything. The two robbers, they didn't die, but it was hilarious.
A ton of money from the footage, right?
I
You
had some
remember-
footage. I still have some footage.
Why didn't you sell it? You could have sold it.
Oh, really?
To
You can sell
who?
it.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
News
I just
outlets,
posted it on TikTok.
Come
I just
on.
posted it on TikTok.
social media outlets. They would buy it, man.
I guess I'm not good at business. Take it for free. Take it.
So funny.
But have you heard about those creepy situations with Airbnbs when people rent them and people come into their Airbnbs and try to rob them and try to watch over them and everything? I'm right now thinking about myself, would I rent an Airbnb, or maybe I would go to a hotel now? About 5 years
Yeah.
ago, I
But
wasn't even thinking about this.
you're not promised privacy in a hotel either. Remember those hotels in it's somewhere in
True.
Asia. There
Yeah.
were installing cameras in the rooms where you couldn't see the cameras, and they would just sell footage
Yeah.
of you doing whatever it is that you do.
But there's still less chances and
horrible.
more time for them, more opportunities for people to sue them, which is, we stayed in so many Airbnbs because, you want to be, experience that life, but we stayed in some, weird, weird,
about the hotels.
crazy places.
Yeah, about the hotels. About the hotels, we went to Europe. It was about 10 years ago. We went with our friends in 2 cars, and we went to Belgium, to Germany, to Luxembourg. And when we went to Brussels, we had to find hotel immediately. And we found a hotel. The name of this hotel should have tell us everything that we need to know. The name is Bentley. It was still under freaking construction. Can you imagine? They were working, but some places, some floors, they were still under construction. The manager of this hotel, he was from Turkey, and he worked in Russian hotels, so he spoke Russian. When he saw us, he was so happy. He was smiling. He was like, finally, I'll be able to talk to someone. In the evening, I think it was 6 or maybe 7 o'clock in the evening, we're hearing a door knock, tick, tick, tick. What's going on? We see this manager with 2 bottles of Rakur, and he's like, I want to talk to Russian people. I'm so happy you're here. So he was staying with us, I think till 3 or maybe 4 in the morning. Some point of this time, we were considering carrying him to his post because he was lights were out. On the next morning, we're going out into the city, and we're seeing him. He's so bad. He's in really bad shape. The night was really rough for him. The morning was even rougher. He cannot open his freaking eyes. He put this on himself.
The poor guy was lonely, man. He was lonely.
He was.
Yeah.
So what kind of a tourist are you guys? Are you the kind of a tourist that goes to all of the touristic places, makes the pictures with the what is it?
Sides?
The tower,
With
the tower
sides?
of the Tower of Pisa. Remember how everybody goes
I
like
did
this,
that.
Yeah.
like they're. Are you like one of those tourists, or are you a tourist that goes and wants like authentic experience, wants like something to experience the culture firsthand from the people, not like from the touristy places? Like, what do you guys do?
Yeah.
I'm not that kind of a person. I don't like having this really weird photos with this is the ping boy from the Brussels. This is the Eiffel Tower. I can pick it, like I can pick it and I can hold it. I'm holding the sun on my head. No, it's not for me. That's why I hate magnets on the fridge, because I'm horrified when I see them. Like on some fridges,
I
and
have tons.
when
Have
I
tons.
hate them, and I really
Magnets.
I really don't understand. Like for me, I don't understand when people go to Louvre or Hermitage or whatever, and they're making photos with a painting. Like what? Just buy a book. Just
I would
why?
do both.
What is this like? What's this like? If you don't have a photo with the Eiffel Tower, you haven't been there. What's going on? I
I guess it's the age of, you see, it's the age of like social media, right? Which is true. In the
yeah.
age of social media, if you didn't post it, it didn't happen.
But I do love all the classic views. I really adore like going to the most tourist places and see them for myself. But I do love to wander. I have a map, not on my phone. I've always have a paper map with me, because I can see those little places that I can go, and usually I just know where the next destination should be, and I'm just traveling like this. So
It's funny
really
that
interesting.
you said map.
Yeah.
In Rome, I got a map. I had my phone with, I would make screenshots when I had Wi-Fi and everything of where I'm going. I could never find myself in that city. I could never find where I'm going.
Ooh.
We were looking for the, oh my God, remind me the name of the water fountain. The famous
yeah.
fountain in Rome that everybody's
Yeah,
going
yeah,
to
yeah.
see.
Well, of course, we're not gonna remember right now.
What's
But
the
we will
name of
know.
it?
Fontana de Trevi.
Yes, that one.
Good
Okay,
memory.
so we're looking for the fountain, right? And I'm like, okay, the reason why I'm looking for the fountain is not really because I want to see the fountain, is because somebody told me there's really good gelato right next to the fountain. So
Yeah.
badass me
That
who
was
wants to
so
go and get
busy.
gelato, right? I'm like, okay, let me go. So we're walking, and I'm looking at the map. I can't find it. There's this fountain. My husband's like, there's a fountain. I'm looking at it, and no, it's not the same fountain, because I visually know it, right? I've seen the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're walking more. There's a fountain. I'm like, no, that's the wrong fountain. We keep walking. At last, we found a group of tourists, a big group of tourists heading like in one way. I'm like, listen, they must know where they're going, right? Because I don't know where I'm going at this point. So I'm like, let's just join them and see if we can make it there. Sure enough, we made it there with a big group of tourists. I think that was the whole idea of how they built it. They
Oh, yeah.
built it
what's funny?
to be very.
That was actually in Rome. That robbery was in Rome.
You know what funny thing is? I can't find myself in my own city. Like it's a funny thing, because
Yeah, I get lost all the time.
I get lost. Like I'm a topographical cretin. What 100% of topographer cretin. But it's not like
Geographical
when I was-
marasm.
Yes, when I was working as a journalist, it was really funny, because I was, like calling my editor, and she was like, "Where are you?" I'm on a corner. On a corner of what? I don't know. And she was like telling me how to get the places where I needed to. But when I go outside, you can count on me. I will bring you from point A
to point B. But right, but in my case,
it's a survival instinct.
I can locate myself really well inside of a mall.
Oh,
so I know exactly where the stores are, and I'm like, we need to go that way, we need to go this way. I know exactly how to find things in a mall. But finding myself like other places, it's real bad. But my husband's even worse. Reason being is because he is so reliant on me doing all of the navigation that he's just like, he just follows along. He's like, okay, you'll figure it out. And we're walking and
What
we're walking and we're walking.
What about malls? What about shopping when you're abroad? Do you like to shop? What do you like to shop? What do you like to bring? Just souvenirs or something deeper? Like I, for myself, can tell you that I really love to get some antiques from the places that I travel to. I always Google some, small design brands that I can get some interesting pieces for my wardrobe, instant, like something that I am going to only I am going to know that this is from this particular place, not a magnets, nor to something like this. I don't like to bring a lot of postcards because for me it's just it's a mess. I don't like it, but this kind of type. My mom always say, "Oh, you like to shop really good," like. It's not like you want to shop with less money. You always want to go big. What do you guys do when you're abroad? Like, what do you shop for?
Well, see, the funny thing about it, all the magnets and everything, right? Majority of them, where do they come from? They're made in China, right?
Yeah,
so
but I
it's
love
like,
them. I love my
I
magnets.
know, to each their own. I'm not saying so instead of magnets for me, and the only reason why I don't do magnets anymore is because for some reason the fridge that I have is not magnetic. Like I can't stick anything on it. So instead of that, we started doing the snow globes.
Oh,
yeah, one of my daughters does that. The snow
CDs
globes
and everything, right? So we have a lot of snow globes in our house.
but they get so dusty.
They do, but whatever. I bought a case for them, so they're in the case, so they don't get as dusty. Yes, IKEA, $80, really good.
cool.
No, but you're really smart by like Googling things ahead of time. Me, I'm very sporadic. I can Google ahead like
same
certain
with me.
sites that I want to see if there's any like rules or anything. Like, okay, as an example, I was stupid enough not to Google the times that the Coliseum was open. And for some reason, it was like closing rather early. Like I would think it would be open until like 5-6 p.m. and it was closed by like 3 p.m. Something along those lines.
Italy closing something at 5 or 6 p.m.
Well, okay,
Italy.
but right?
It's
but
Italy.
I'm Americanized, so that's what it is. In any case,
A che ore a 9?
I did not look it up. That's what the problem is, right? And but my friend, she goes to Europe a lot, and if I go to Europe like next year or something, I will ask her to write down all the brands because she knows all the brands, and she knows all that are specific to this country that are not imported. They're not imported, and she knows the outlets.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Outlets is good.
I went to outlet.
Yeah, I went to outlet in Italy near Florence. It was really nice. I really like. I googled a little brand. It's called La Femme Mimi. It's in Prague. I've been to Prague like 6 times. I love the city. It's when you come to some places and you just know that you've been there, like in your past life or something. Prague is for me. So I googled it. I went there and I bought a leather bag, and I think it's 8 or 9 years old. I wear it like all the time, and it's still in great condition. So I love it. When I'm taking this, I remember where I bought it. I remember how I bought it. Like, and it's so good for me. Natasha, what do you buy?
For me, it depends on how much money I have. At that moment, I would love to shop, and buy everything. For example, in Italy, the leather goods, obviously, the best, right? The best quality, and they do all of this. And actually, in Italy, I do love the roads less traveled. I love to go to places where just locals are. But after a time, it becomes boring because you walk in there. First of all, you don't know where you wander. When maybe you wander some, dangerous area where you will be like kidnapped and sold for organs or something. But you want to see those sites. You want to see everything that you've seen for years, and you travel shows and everything. So obviously I love that. I love my magnets. I will get magnets from everywhere, and they make them very pretty, and I have my fridge all stocked with those magnets and just covered in them. And I like small stuff just to remember. Maybe I have dementia in 40 years and I don't
little
remember.
chachkas. Yeah.
So and I like pictures, and I normally I would judge people who would do this, because when I looked at those Pisa people, I was like, no, not for me. When I came there, guess what I did? and my kids. We all did that with our feet, with our legs, with our heads, with our fingers. We're just we
Do
did
you
a lot
print
of
out photos? Do you print
pre-
photos?
no, not anymore. No. But used to, and we were used to share it with people. Right now, it's you share it on social media, and I did share it. But I remember in Italy, I went to that mall. I found it's an outlet mall in Italy, and I took a bus by myself, and I went there and I found it, and it was in a strange place, and it was did not look like very interesting. It could be in any country in the world, not
Mhm.
Italy, And so it's like the difference between tourist and areas where native people live and shop and everything. It's not necessarily something that you want to see in that short amount of time while you're traveling. You probably want to
Yeah.
put like as much as possible and see those beautiful sites and historic sites and everything. Yeah.
Those
So
are
we have
I have two beans.
that's cute. That is
Yes.
cute. Where are you going, Kitty? Nowhere. Cats don't want to travel; they want to stay home. But I apologize that I was doing weird stuff because I tried to find the article that I read why people abandon their baggage right now, and I still couldn't find it.
People abandon their baggage.
Yeah, it's a thing right now. It's a
I never
trend.
heard of it.
People go to like different country in their countries and they abandon their baggage, and I'm like trying to find it and I can't.
Is that because when on your way back, maybe the way that they bought the ticket did not include the luggage?
Or they want to I don't know, because it's abandoned. It's not like you take your stuff and you put all the souvenirs and clothes right in that suitcase. No, they actually abandon it. So, but I actually don't try. I just saw the trend and I'm like, why does it do that?
Well, did
Idiots.
you see that there is like a general decrease in travels like for this year?
Um,
There's
I
a general decrease.
I didn't see that, but I
Mm,
guess it is understandable because people,
it's not
it's
safe.
a degrees. No, it's not about safety. I think it's a degrees in actual wanting to, see people in life.
But
That's
they
true
also, but they also have like during the Gray disease, where like we started talking about it, we weren't allowed to travel, and when we started traveling, there were so many rules, right? And
Yeah.
and when we went to Italy, when it still were the rules still existed, but when we came back, they already kind of disappeared, which was weird. Like they changed the rules like in this couple of weeks. And after that, people just started traveling like crazy because they missed it. And let's get to this opportunity. What if it's another, they close us again and we're not going to be able to. But now, a few countries, including Spain for sure, and Mexico, in Mexico City, they actually march against over tourism, and tourists don't want to go to their cities anymore because they don't want to be attacked for being there.
Yeah.
And so it could be one of those things. And also in Europe, they started doing biometry. When you go to Europe, you cannot do it anymore. So it's some people are obsessed about it and they don't want to do it. So maybe it's a couple of reasons. I don't know.
Venice people from Venice, they don't like tourists very much because they're
Oh my God, that was crazy! But it's one of my favorite
they
cities in the
consume
world.
this city, and people just cannot go anywhere. And I can understand it, like living
We
in St.
walked
Petersburg.
shoulder to shoulder because it was
I
right
can-
after the
yes,
disease, shoulder to
yes.
shoulder in
But
Venice.
I can understand it, like living in St. Petersburg. When you go in the center of the city, you hate everyone because like there's so many people, and they stop abruptly if they want to take a photo or something. They're like lost, and they don't know where they're going. And like natives in St. Petersburg, we don't like to walk Nevsky Prospect because it's impossible. You always get bumped. You always get like shoved somewhere, and we're always like go side places.
Yeah, we also live in a tourist state, but our tourists mostly on the beach, so we're safe. Where we live,
What's-
we're like we're
what
good.
is the main country that you really, 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 really want to go to?
Yeah.
Do you
My
have
number
this-
one on
Yeah.
the list is Sri Lanka.
Ooh, why?
I really want to go to Sri Lanka, even though it's right now it's kind of a lot of Ukrainians and Russians went there, so they made it like little Russians and little Ukrainians in there.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of feels untouristy. There's places where you go and it's still exotic, for us, obviously. The absolutely beautiful nature, untouched by civilization. There are elephants that you can watch their backs, and they're not like in Thailand. They're kept in captivity and held in horrible conditions. They actually live there, and you can take a little tuk-tuk and go anywhere, and it's just beautiful. The food I heard that was like kind of, but now you can find Russian, Ukrainian food there. It's all good.
You can find Russian and Ukrainian food everywhere, I guess.
Yeah, but in the last few years, they really took it over. They took matter in their hands to make it like more European.
Nadia, what's your?
Yeah.
Nadia,
I'm
what's your-
thinking, and I don't know. There's so many places.
Yeah, difficult to choose.
Like, I don't know if it's like experience wise, right? Like, you know how Natasha said she wants to go on a safari? I don't really want to go on a safari because it's hot, it's humid,
Yeah.
there's animals.
You were so
animal
spoiled.
smells. and
Go
all
in
of
that camp.
I'm like, no, thank you. I would rather go to, one of those little houses on water, bungalows or whatever they're called, right? They're literally on the water. And you have those hammocks that hang right like above the water. They have a couple of them. They have one of them like that in Jamaica, a resort. They have another resort, I think in Bali also. They have some kind of like similar resort. Obviously, like it costs an arm and a leg, but I would go there as far as like to relax. But if in the sense of like, for example, medical tourism, I would so want to go to South Korea.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I would buy a whole luggage of their products and bring in the country. Okay, that's what I would do. I'd like literally. I don't know where they sell it. I don't know if they sell it in pharmacies like here in the U.S. Everywhere. I don't like. Imagine. I just can imagine myself going into a pharmacy and being like, I want this. I want this. I want this. I want this, and like a huge thing, like 25 kilograms of stuff.
Well, but you need to read Korean because maybe you will like put it on your face and you think it's about skin, and then you start hair growing from your chin.
Nah, everything is written in English there. So I think that I understand your desire to go to Korea, to South Korea. I would love to go there too. But my number one, when I really, really, really wanted to go there for as long as I remember, it's Japan.
Number two
I don't even know, like, I can't even say particularly why. It's not because of one thing. It's a group of feelings that I feel towards Japan. And it's not even Tokyo that I want to travel to. I want to go to some rural areas where people don't speak English, where people don't they don't see tourists very often. Because I really want to see what's in there, like what is so special about Japan. Because like here in Russia, for us Japanese people are a little strange. Like do you remember like in Alice in Wonderland when she went through
all
the
horror movies, good horror movies come from Japan.
Yeah, but like when Alice she went through the rabbit hole and she was thinking who she will meet like down there, and she thought that she will meet people who walk on their hands. For us, like this is some equivalent of people who walk on their hands, not on their legs.
Japan.
Yeah, this is.
I remember when I was a kid, we used to play Shtuk de Kagda, right? So like it's like I guess it's like a, what do you call it? Like an intellectual game, like right? Sort of like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, probably, right? More or less.
Yeah, sort of,
that.
Yes.
Sort of like that, but except you're not really given a like choices, like answer choices. You have to come up with your own answer. And so there was like different categories of questions that you could have, questions about world history, questions about this, questions about that. And Japan had its own category because a lot of the things from Japan, it's like, it's either you know it or you don't know it. You cannot logically arrive to it unless you're Japanese.
Yeah.
Because their logic is different. Like the way that their brain works is different. And that's why I think the fascination.
They even write like this. They write vertically, not horizontally. like
Exactly.
that.
So
How
who
do you
writes
even
like
read
that?
it?
They do.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
I was little,
Would love to go there.
when I was little girl, I was watching D'Artagnan and Three Musketeers, our movie.
The
It was my
Three
favorite.
D'Artagnan and
Yeah.
Three Musketeers.
Yes, it was my favorite movie because of everything. It has very little to do with the book, but it doesn't matter for me. It did matter for me. It doesn't matter for me anymore. And I was always thinking to myself, I want to go to the places where this movie was shot. I didn't know it was like in Russia. I thought it was in France. It was real Gascogne, and I wanted to go there because sometimes when I'm thinking about myself traveling to places, I'm imagining things I've seen in the movies, and I really want to go in there. Like I since the
A lot of people do, yeah.
yeah, like from
So you see,
the
my
moment
idea
I
about going to
remember.
Canada is not that
Yes,
crazy anymore,
it's not
right?
a crazy at all. Like yeah, when I as long as I remember myself, I was the fan of Alice in Wonderland, and I always wanted to get inside the Wonderland. I was thinking to myself, it exists. How come I'm not there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
behind
definitely.
that mirror. For about the countries from movies, I never watched Hobbit. Hobbit.
Oh, Hobbit.
Never watched that. But I know
Lord of the
that they
Rings.
shot it in New Zealand, and I saw
Mhm.
those sites, and there's little, round doors, and I'm like, I want to
Yeah,
go there. Not because I'm a fan of the book or the movie, but it just looks adorable, and it's
it
but
looks
there's
amazing.
yeah. So that's New Zealand. New Zealand is definitely on the list as well because it's
Iceland.
just
Iceland for
Iceland,
me. I
one of the
really want to go to
safest, one
Iceland.
of the
Yeah.
safest. And talking about the safest and the most dangerous, I researched that too. So Iceland
Okay.
and Netherlands is our number one countries for safety, and the number one countries for like the opposite on the opposite spectrum of Afghanistan and Syria. I'm surprised not. Probably Somalia, probably like a lot of like African countries as well. Yeah, they're on the bottom of the list. But I saw a girl on TikTok, which would create TikTok. Sorry, it's my platform to go right
Safe
now.
heaven.
Say my safe haven. She travels alone, right? And she's young. She's like 25, maybe 24. So she went alone to Afghanistan. And I'm watching her like, oh my God. She either got this germ from cats that makes you completely crazy and not afraid of anything. Because like, how would you go there in such
Toxoplasmosis?
yeah, that one. And you know the name, I would never remember. But yeah, because like, how do you go? Would you travel alone? And what countries would you absolutely not go if you travel alone?
I am such a scaredy cat. I would not go anywhere alone, even to Netherlands. I wouldn't go by myself. Okay, but also, did you guys hear about the girl? She used to be in some kind of like a on TV project, and she's a model, and she went because she wanted a modeling job somewhere to Myanmar or
Yeah,
something.
and she
Yeah,
went to Thailand.
I wanted to
Yeah.
have our next podcast about that. Let's do our
Let's do
next
it.
podcast.
Oh my God! But like you see, but things like that, right? I would never
Yeah.
go
Yeah.
alone by myself.
That's how I
Even if
went to
I had
China.
even if I had a job, they're waiting for me, I would not go alone because this
It's
is just crazy to me.
You know
it's
what?
also yeah.
Yeah. No, I traveled alone for a lot of times, and I didn't even feel anything threatening. I didn't even think about it's going to be dangerous for me. But now, couple of years ago, I would go alone, but right now, I think I really want to have a company, and it
Yeah.
it doesn't matter where I go.
Yeah, it's the same. I traveled alone once I went to Sochi. I was so bored. Like, you need somebody to share. And maybe if I had social media in that time, maybe I wouldn't be so bored because I would post like crazy because I wanted to share with someone. Look at that. Look at this. Look at that. You want to have this experience with somebody and point to obvious things they already said. Look at the river. Yeah, I see the river, but look at it. Like, you
didn't feel
want
that
that
way.
excitement.
No, when I was
No.
traveling alone, I didn't feel this way. I felt free. I felt that I could do whatever I want. No one's gonna stop me. No one's gonna tell me I don't want to go there. I don't want to. I'm tired. I want to eat. I want to pee. No one's going to tell me this, and I can, spend as long, near something, watching something, like enjoying something as I want it. But I have a travel pal my friend, she's like, we have this, paritet. Uh, one time we're going to see some seasides, we're going to museums, we're going to see something really beautiful, and then we're going shopping. And like half a half.
It's a
And
balance.
everyone, it's a balance. Everyone is happy, and I'm really happy traveling with her. Like she's leaving all her family, her kids, her husband there, and she's like, I'm not talking to anyone, and like I'm leaving everything here, and we're free because we have this good synchronizations with each other. But it's really
it's a symbiotic relationship.
yes, but it's really hard to find a great travel pal. Even your
Yes.
even your family is not a good traveling pal sometimes, because you
Oh,
want
my
to
kids are the
show
best.
them.
My kids they just follow me.
Yeah,
And I'm like,
that's
wherever
good.
I go, they go. And they don't tell me where to go. Just it's
My
always,
my kid used to be like that when she was little, right? But now she's like, when are we going back? When can we
Oh
go
yeah,
back
that
to the
happens.
hotel
That happens
room?
a lot. That
When-
happens a lot. Yeah.
My feet hurt.
Because
Oh
I'm the
my
one. I'm not the
gosh.
person who's chilling. Like I'm not the person. I'm not the beach person. That would not
yeah.
be my kind of traveling. I need to go, and I stepped off the plane, and that's it. I sit for 5 minutes to eat, and that's it. I walk. Bruises and not bruises. Whatever
Never
you have on
been
your
a
feet.
yeah, I've never been a beach person. I remember when I was 12 or something, or 11, my mom, she took me to the sea. We went to Krim, and
Yeah,
it was a feeling like I was punished
Kremlin.
for something. Yeah,
No, not Kremlin,
Kremlin.
Crimea.
Crimea.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Crimea.
Crimea.
And I was like, I was really feeling that I was punished for something, because we had to go to the beach every freaking day, and I had to find something. I really had to find some way to to do something. And I was like, I'm a fan of ice cream. I can eat ice cream like for a breakfast, a lunch, and supper, whatever. And my mom got really tired of me asking for ice cream like every freaking day, and she was saying like, you have to earn it. Like, how? I'm in the middle of nowhere. For me, it was the middle of nowhere. How can I earn it? And it was well, you have to get your own money for this. So I found myself a job. I was picking bottles. It was
Oh.
yes, it was really interesting. It was fun for me. We were walking. My mom was chilling in the beach, and I was like trying to find this bottle and this bottle. I would go and and take my money for this. But of course, I had to be really careful. I had to fight for those bottles with local drunks that had to really pick their bottles themselves. But it was so fun for me. So, just chilling on the beach is not something I would consider a good vacation.
Well, I think it depends. Like, it depends. Like, I'm also like a go person, but I'm telling you, if you put me up with one of those bungalows over there in Jamaica
Yeah.
or whatever,
Oh, yeah.
I will lay down for a day, okay? I'll lay down and I'll relax and I'll enjoy the turquoise waters and
Yeah.
make 1,000 pictures, right? In all different directions. I'll do that.
For a
Yeah.
day, for a couple of days,
For-
but not for 2 weeks.
No,
No.
not even for 3 days. Probably
Yeah.
not
No,
even
two
for
2
days.
weeks is a little too much. It's
Yeah.
There's a limit
Yeah.
to everything.
How about those?
Indeed.
How about there's a tree house in Costa Rica? They have another in Peru, I think, as well. They have the hotels inside of the forest, like
Eco
completely
hotels,
isolated.
yes.
Yeah. Would you go to those? And it's like
No.
completely isolated. It's like
No,
They don't have
not for me.
internet, Natalia. They don't
It's not
have
about internet.
No.
It's about it's not about
It's about
internet.
internet for
internet.
me. It's about
It's
internet.
snakes
I
and
need to
everything
call
in there.
people. I need to I mean, the houses are really nice. Like, they make them isolated. Like, if you close the door, nothing's gonna come in. But no.
No, you can close the door, but still, no. It's in the middle of a freaking forest. No.
Well, they do like eco stuff, and they make their dinner out of pretty birds they catch on the trees and maybe monkeys. I don't know, and they do maybe some stuff like ayahuasca and some other
Don't get me wrong. I
hallucinate.
love. Don't get me wrong. I love animals, but not these types of animals. I mean,
What
I
about
love them, but
having experience in Peru, like in drinking that ayahuasca drink and
No,
have hallucination
no,
and all of that,
mm-mm.
and
No, thank
in
you.
that forest?
I
don't
work too
know.
much in the filming industry. I have my hallucinations. All right. I don't need to drink anything.
I'm
so-
on the edge. I'm on the edge. I probably would do it, but like I don't I don't like the physical part of it. Like there's you have to
Yeah.
do a lot of stuff. But it's for me it would be interesting. So yeah,
I would,
I'm a little on the wilder side here.
the reason being is that you don't know the outcome, right? So it's one thing if you just take it and you have like a little trip or whatever for like, I don't know, 3 hours and then you're fine, right? What if it
Mm.
changes your brain chemistry completely?
That's
It,
what
Right,
doctor talking.
it does.
and
It
then you
does
have
some.
consequences, and then you become
That's definitely
schizophrenic.
different podcast as well. But yeah, it could happen. Yeah.
I wouldn't do that just for that reason, because I don't know how those things can affect me. I don't know, if there's something in there that can like change my whole makeup, and then I'm walking around thinking I'm talking to God or something.
Yes, and you
Yeah.
don't know
do
what's
that.
gonna happen to you during this time when you have this little trip because you're out.
Right?
You're having a
I'm-
fun time, but what's happening to your during this time? No.
I'm
Exactly. It's
interested.
unsafe.
I'm interested. Maybe not in another country, maybe not in the forest of Peru, but I usually when I go somewhere, I like to zip line, all the crazy stuff that are dangerous. Even though it's changed my mind a little bit when I got on a horse in Costa Rica and almost died because for some reason they gave me a horse that wanted to be a leader of the pack all the time, and I'm not a horse rider. I'm second time in my life on a horse, and this freaking horse, it's like, no, I'm going, and then they start with fighting with other horse who is going to be first, and I'm like, stop the horses. I'm like halfway
Can
already
you
on this
imagine?
horse.
Can you imagine the horse is like aggressively racing everybody, and Natalia's like just playing.
She's flip flopping, yes.
That was about that. I hit my legs were covered in bruises because they're like trees and branches, and this horse trying to go like around other horses, and I hit everything, and I'm like, stop this freaking horse. And I'm like, he's like, hold it strong. I'm like, I don't know how to hold it. It's like not, I'm like doing it every day. Yeah. And so my mind changed a little bit after that because I don't really want to die anywhere doing this dangerous stuff.
Would you do anything crazy or kind of dangerous while you're traveling, like jump from bridges or something like control jump or something like parachute?
Yeah, controlled safety.
when we
Controlled
diving?
safety.
Oh, you can never say controlled safety. When we were in Colombia, they had those. You pay $80 and they take you on the, what is it? Not skydiving. What is it like? The thing with the
Parachute?
wings, and what
Paraplan?
is it called?
Paraplan?
Maybe. 'Cause you jump off
Paraplaning.
a cliff. You jump off a cliff and you have wings, right? You have
Yeah.
the guy who's like, working the thing, but there's no motor.
You don't know where
And
you
you're-
land.
You are relying on the air, right? On the current of the air that's going in and out or whatever. And you're basically giving your life into the hands of that person who is driving you, basically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I understand that. We do the same thing when we go on a plane. We do the same thing when we go on like in a taxi ride, right? It's the same thing, that you're in the hands of another person who's driving. But in this case, there's no motor, there's no stop, there's no like brakes. It's like just like free falling, basically.
Yeah, and
I
then
don't
you
know.
landed in that cannibal tribe.
I know, right? And
Yeah,
so
but
Food
Yeah,
delivered.
yeah, but talking about these things, like I have my mom. She has a friend, and she has a daughter, or it doesn't matter, like a daughter or a son. It doesn't matter. They went to Brazil, and she was calling my mom, like almost crying because of she was frustrated and scared because they decided to go to favelas. Like,
Oh.
can you? Yes, they had a guide and everything, but can
What
you,
is
like,
favela?
favela it's a gangster, like really
Mafia
poor,
ridden, like
yeah,
region
places,
of the city.
and
What is
even
wrong with
police-
you to go there? Yeah,
and
that
even
has to
police
be.
doesn't go there often, like it's a
Kid disease.
yeah, and so it's an actual thing that you can buy, like an excursion for this type of places. And she was so frustrated because she was asking them not to go. She was saying it can be dangerous, but they decided it was a fun thing to do. Like, can you I was like thinking, is this a fun thing to do, or is this a dangerous thing to do?
Okay,
Can
but
you be
even
sure?
to the point where
I should
to the
say that.
point where when we go to other countries, my husband wants to go clubbing. He is like that kind of person. He's like, let's go find a club. Let's go do the nightlife, whatever. I'm like, no, darling, I'm tired. Let's go to bed, because I'm afraid, because things
Yeah.
can happen when people are drunk, right? People are out. You don't know the local scene. You don't know the local gangs or whatever. You don't know what's going on. You can just walk into something really, really bad. So when we were
Indeed.
in Colombia, we were there for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, he was like every night. He's like, let's go out tonight. Let's go out. Let's go find like a nice club for us. Da, 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 da.
He
And I
had
to
faith in
find
you.
I had to find every excuse in the book not to go, right? Oh, I don't know any clubs around here. Oh, I don't know whatever. I don't know if they serve food. I don't just like making things up so that he would like let me be like at home and not go anywhere.
Mhm.
After 7 p.m., I was like, we're not going nowhere. We're gonna go chill out at the condo, go to the pool and be fine with it. Because just because you don't know.
You don't know.
Yeah. To me, safe danger is like have very definite limits. Like zip lining to me is a safe danger because it's especially if it's like good, nice metal construction.
Have you heard some of them
jumping,
just
not that much.
dropped?
Yeah, but it's not a lot. It happens everywhere, even in entertainment park. You can in Disneyland, you can that have happened. But bungee jumping, right? Bungee jumping is not. It's
Bungee jumping,
bungee,
right? Right.
Yeah, bungee
But
jumping.
if it happens in Disneyland,
Snap.
you get millions of dollars
But you're
in
dead.
reparations.
But
you
you're
get
dead.
millions of dollars. Your
But
family
it
gets millions of
happens.
dollars.
Sure, no, but
if you fall somewhere in the middle of nowhere in Peru, who's gonna pay your family anything?
Yeah, well, for example, in Costa Rica, they have one of the longest zip lining. We did that, and it was like it seems like a super safe construction. But in bungee jumping, that's not gonna happen, and they have it as well because that is easy to snap. Or going around, like for example, leave Airbnb and walk around Airbnb and look at other people's lives in other countries. It seems safe for me, but going into gangster area to have fun, I don't think so. I'll stay away. So it's like logic. You want some danger, you want some adrenaline, but probably me at least, but not to the point where it's
Don't you think that we
danger
use
to your
too
life.
much logic? Don't you think that we use too much logic? Maybe it's
I'm very
more fun to
logical.
just
I'm very
go
logical.
some places and do whatever.
Because women have a very well developed prefrontal cortex, and we're able to think about what if. What
yeah.
if the rope snaps? What
Yeah.
if I get jumped and robbed? What if, and
Yeah.
But it's a survival instinct. It's a
Yeah.
survival instinct.
Yeah.
Well, so
But
that's
I guess
why
it's developing after 25 years of age.
yeah,
because,
that's what I
Yes.
wanted to say.
my backpack, and I didn't think it was a very bad thing to do.
Exactly. I probably would not be in China if it didn't happen. It happened after 25 because everyone
Yeah.
told me, you go to China, they're gonna sell you to prostitution, and every prostitute there is Natasha. You're just welcome. You're, you be like you step off the plane and they will pick you up and run with you happy. Not when God knows Natasha, and I still went because it was a group of people and with new people who were like helping us to get there, but. Now I don't think I would go because I would be like, and we have so much information as well right now. You can go to Google anything and you find that Russia is level 4. Never go there.
No,
It's funny
definitely.
actually
But
with the internet and suggestions.
But also, I don't know
Cold War.
how they can rate the whole country, because right. Say for example, if we're talking about Vatican, right?
Mhm.
Vatican.
We went
is
to
like
Vatican, yeah.
right, but it's this
Yeah.
big. Yes, you can say for the whole country because it literally takes
True,
you 10 minutes
true.
to go from one side of the country to the other side of the country. Right?
It's really
Versus-
safe, yeah.
Versus Russia, right?
Yes. It's
Humongous, like
impossible.
over there, anywhere, any which directions. There's thousands and thousands of miles, right, of the land. You can't say
True
that
story.
all of it is safe or all of it is unsafe. The same way, like
Yeah.
this in Brazil, right? We were talking about Brazil. If you go to the touristy places, it's nice and safe. If you go to the favelas, not so much. If you go to the Amazon forest, probably not so much.
Probably it will be eaten. So girls, we're getting like over an hour for sure. Do we have some like maybe useful advice for people who travel to certain country? Like for example, what luggage, how much luggage to bring, or how to save their documents, or like something like practical. in terms of traveling? Maybe medication, what medication to take with you if you travel to certain countries, like
Right,
stuff like that.
depends where you go. Yes, if you go to a country that is famous for traveler's diarrhea, obviously bring your own antibiotics. If you're going to the country that you know you should be vaccinated before going there, get your vaccines because who
Mhm.
knows, right? I'm looking right now for the app that I used. It's an app that keeps all of your tickets together and all of your
Mhm.
reservations together. So you don't have to be like scrolling through your email and finding each and every, reservation. And I can't find it now. I can't remember. TripIt. That's what it's called.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's called TripIt. And you allow access for the app to access your email and everything that you book for that particular like trip, it'll be in one place, which is amazing because I always lose reservations. I'm like, I know I made it, but I don't know where it is. So those are there. And yes, and if you go to South Korea, please bring two pieces of luggage, one on side of the other one, so you can buy all of the skincare in the world.
Yeah,
that's
but
that's good advice.
from me, the only advice can be a little bit more adventurous. Not just don't limit yourself with imagine great and very known seasides. Just try to wander. You know, there is a possibility that you can get lost for 5 minutes or a half an hour, but you're still gonna go back to the main road.
But don't
Just
die.
try it.
Just don't die.
That's a good advice. It's a good advice. And learning practical tip for me, number one: learn your directions if you want to be if you want to see what you want to see. So you
Find
won't
yourself
get
a
lost.
compass.
something, yeah, in your phone. One thing I do all the time when I go travel, I create a list of every single little thing that I need to take with me because I always forget things. Obviously,
yeah.
like when I put what do I do? When I pack, that's what I do. When I start packing, I just go through the list and I check mark every single little thing, so I don't forget anything, including like, for example, like something like fan or I don't know pins. Like there's so many things that we need to take with us. So I do that. Then I have always very flat belt with
Mhm.
a pocket attached to it, so I can put my documents and money
Yeah, I have this
under
one
my
too.
clothes. Yeah, because there's a lot of countries where theft and pocketing is very common. So you want to be safe with your documents and everything. And there's so popular right now pickpocketing on TikTok. In Italy, people are in Spain, people are robbed all the time because American tourists, they got used to go walk like this in America with backpacks behind their backs, and they erupt all the time. And that's probably is the most common things.
What about the app for eSIM card and internet abroad? That is
I
cheaper
never
than
had
roaming.
this with me. And
Yes.
if you have
So
advice for that,
it's
please
one
do.
of the new ones. One of them called is Olafly. You know who promotes that? That guy who got famous off of TikTok videos going like this.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
him?
I
Yes.
remember
So
him.
he's the spokesperson for that Olafly. And Olafly is basically wherever you go, you can prepay a certain amount of money to have access for calls and internet wherever you go, and it's much cheaper than roaming, a lot cheaper. There's other apps like Airalo, I think it's called AIRALO. Airalo, I don't know how to call it, but essentially if you just Google app for internet abroad or app for cell phone abroad, and it'll give you a whole bunch of options. And I think that is a lifesaver. I'm going to try it next time I go because I literally learned about it like 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have. Also, one practical thing I remember, and I remember it from my friends traveling, never try to drink local water. Even
Yeah.
if it's like very safe, it could have a different bacteria that will destroy your whole vacation. And one of my friends, they traveled to Egypt, and they followed that advice. They never like drank water, to only bottles. They even brushed their teeth. And on a boat or something, they had food. And one of the dishes had probably some water in it, and they didn't know, or maybe they just got it, some sprays from the river. They don't know what happened, but something happened with water, and they got so sick at the end of their trip. They came home, they almost died.
Are your friends American?
She's Ukrainian American, and her families, but they lived here for many
Okay.
years.
All right, because I just wanted to be a hater and say weak stomach.
But everyone
Right?
pretty much gets sick in like Egypt and other countries like this, not because they're like they live normally and drink that water. It's
sanitation.
different
Maybe the
bacteria.
sanitation.
Like
I
not-
drank water in Italy. Did you drink water from the
Yes, yes, from the fountains. Yes,
fountains? Yes,
every
I did
time we
that.
didn't even buy water. We like bought 2 bottles or something like this, and we were just filling them in, and that's it.
Because
Yeah.
Italy is like famous for their streams, for their like natural,
Mhm.
stream water, and it's actually pretty tasty. I'm gonna say.
I never
nice
tried. I
water.
was so scared. I was so scared to get a diarrhea, and it's
I would say,
somewhere in Louvre, and like, oh my god, I got to go.
no, I would say don't drink unbottled or unopened bottled water or something when you don't know the person who's giving this to you, like in the clubs or anything. This is
Yeah.
because when you're a
could be
foreigner,
spiked.
but when you're a native, you can be in danger. But when you're a foreigner and you're a pretty girl, that everything can happen. Well, even if you're not a pretty girl, even if you're a brutal man, that it can be things that can happen to you. So,
Your
yeah.
organs are still valuable.
Or your wallet can be just swapped clean.
We always
Yes.
go to some kind of dark direction. Trust me, somewhere your organs will be harvested.
But
yeah,
it
we need to
happens.
find a
Enjoy your
It
travel.
happened. Enjoy your travels. There's a very light and funny podcast about travels and some tips.
Yeah,
definitely.
I don't really have any more tips. I don't know if you girls, because I don't in the last
No.
3 years I didn't travel a lot. 2.5 years, yeah, like. So just my wish is to go and start checking out this little. Nadia wants to go to Kazakhstan, and I'm like,
Yes.
I don't know about that, but
Yes. Why
Korea, maybe
not?
we'll go to South Korea altogether.
Yes,
We can
I
go
think
to
that
South
it's a
Korea.
perfect opportunity and a perfect destination for all of us to come there.
We
and-
all want to go there. Yeah.
Yes, and we need to buy the largest bags for our makeup and everything that we will take from them.
Oh, you know that.
Maybe Nadia will even get some K-pop idol stacked in her bag, and we will say no, we didn't see anything. Nothing happened there. What happened in South Korea stayed in South Korea.
Remember those bags, checkers bags from Turkey and China? You know, the
Yes.
huge ones?
Yes.
Oh, we need that one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We need
It's
that one.
light. You can fill it up and just carry it on your back with all
And carry it on
skincare
your
forever.
Yes.
Forever,
yes.
ever, and sell it.
And then we go to Kazakhstan after because it's right on the way back.
Sure.
Yes. Drink kumis.
Yes.
Sorry, I love my Kazakhstan, but I lived in Kazakhstan, and I'll go to countries where I never been.
All right. Sounds great.
Okay,
Thank
yeah,
you, ladies, for a
fantastic,
fun
fantastic.
morning. Enjoy the rest of your day, and you guys, if you're not subscribed yet, subscribe because we have fun stuff going on every week, right?
Sunlight and funny, nothing dark or
Nothing
something
dark.
Yes,
like sinister.
sure.
Not us, not
We
us
didn't
at
even
all.
touch this.
No.
Of course.
Safe travel, people. Enjoy
travel.
it. Go get
Yes.
money for that. I hope you will win a lottery, and we'll see you next time on Queens with Accents. Bye.
Bye.